Chelsey Gillogly.
And Engel.
You want to kind of just summarize, what is your campaign about?
On our platform, we have three main issues that we're focusing on next year if elected. And that is creating a polling center on campus, monitoring the mobile teaching and learning initiative, and then developing university administration forms. For a polling center on campus, Students of Hayes America, which is a student interest group here on campus, has been working this last semester to start the initial stages of moving a polling center here to campus. This class is only offered every 2 years, so they need somebody who can take on the project and make sure that all their work is not left undone. Well, as a member of this organization, I feel, it's part of my obligation to do so. So we're taking it on and making sure that the work that they've done is continued throughout next year, and that their dream of having this polling center on campus does in fact happen. And the other one is developing university and administration forms. Right now, students have a really difficult time to just go speak with their administrators. So we feel that this is a way in which our student body can converse with our administration about issues or concerns that they have about Fort Hays.
And then I guess the third major point of our campaign platform is going to be monitoring the Mobile Teaching and Learning Initiative, which is going to be in its third and final phase starting in the fall of 2007. And basically what that will entail is the incoming freshmen as well as incoming transfer students to Fort Hays next year will be required to have tablet PC devices. So even though this won't directly affect all current students and those students who are voting for us, we are trying to include potential students in our platform ideas as well. So even those incoming freshmen who are not here to hear us speak, we do have some things that we're going to work on for them as well. And the main one is this Mobile Teaching and Learning Initiative. These computers will be on our campus, they will be in our classrooms, and there's no doubt there's going to be problems with the system the first year through. So there's a lot of system requirements that they're required to meet, and a lot of issues that can arise there, and the freshman classes as well as transfer students are going to need a student body president and vice president who will stand up for them to the administration when there are problems with these computers. So I have served on the Mobile Teaching and Learning Committee for the past year, and also have an undergraduate degree in computer information systems. So we think some technical expertise on the executive staff as well as some continuity with the committee will definitely help making sure that this process is rolled out as smoothly as possible. We've got 5 major issues that are going to be taking place on campus next year, and we're not going to be focusing an extreme amount of time on these issues, but they are things that are happening, and we feel it's important that the students know what issues we're going to support. And the first one is the campus-wide recycling project, and this is going to be done in conjunction with the Student Environmental Organization. So we have devoted to them and to the student body that they will get whatever resources out of us they need to make this go through. Allocations funding process, as most students know, if they recognize my name, I am the most recent allocations committee chairman, and we have found some inefficiencies with that system, and we'll be trying to streamline that process the best we possibly can and make sure that organizations are aware of the rules and regulations, and especially deadlines and things that they need to get done. The third one is deferred maintenance. Our current executive staff has spent a lot of time on deferred maintenance this year, and we want to make sure that their efforts are continued next year because the problem isn't solved, and it's going to take a lot of years of work to make sure we get these buildings up to the code they're supposed to be at. Fourth is city commissioner forums, and current executive staff has initiated that this year. And we think these forums could be better marketed to students because the City Commission does have a lot of influence over students at Fort Hays because they are city residents and are living in Hays, and a lot of the decisions that they make also affect us here at the university. And finally, in order to make all this happen, we have to be available. Our executive staff needs to be available, our office needs to be open, and our Senate needs to be available. So we're making a promise to the student body of Fort Hays State that our office hours will remain the office hours of campus.
You talked about allocations. I mean, how did you think it went this year? I mean, what would be different maybe under your administration compared to last year?
Okay, I think, we think, I guess, we were both served on the committee this year in allocations, that it went as good as could be expected. We had a extreme decrease in funding availability this year, And every organization that applied, well, not every organization got cut significantly, but most organizations were cut a lot of money because we just didn't have it to go around. Now, the $1.60 increase did pass, and that's going to provide us with about an additional $100,000 of revenue next year. As far as streamlining the process and making it go better, well, obviously there's going to be more money, so it's going to reduce the stress a little bit. But we want to make sure all organizations benefit from this increase in funding and not just the big ones. And then as far as the process is concerned, there was a lot of confusion this year as far as deadlines and when things were due and what you had to turn in and when you had to be where and just all the little paperwork type stuff. And we want to make sure that our executive staff is fully educated on dates and times and guidelines and regulations, and make sure that that information is communicated to the student organizations so that those issues don't happen.
On the issue of deferred maintenance, I would like to ask, what do you think is the biggest problem that needs to be fixed with our buildings as far as...
On our campus, the areas, or like the building that is the worst on our campus is, of course, Picken. It is the oldest on our campus, and with the crumbling classrooms money that we received a few years ago, we did fix that building. We added structural support on the side that we put the elevator in. However, there's still asbestos in the basement and talk of mold and mildew growing in the building, and so there's a lot that needs to be done. Additionally, the timbers of each of the floors are the original timbers of the building. And so that is why that building has been reduced to just office spaces, because if you start putting student body in there where they're walking, the timbers will give and the building will collapse. Cole and I feel that in order to help with the problem of deferred maintenance, we need to see it through.
Maybe we'll move on to some more personal things, maybe so people get to know you a little better. You may want to tell me, like, your age, your class, your hometown, some activities you do.
I am 22 years old, and I was born and raised in Hays, Kansas, and so I'm a townie. My majors are political science and organizational leadership. I have been very involved. I've been here for 4 years, so I'm going to be a fifth-year senior. I've been very involved on campus through the Department of Leadership Studies, so I've done a lot of activities through Tigers in Service and the Center for Civic Leadership and assisting with the Kansas Youth Leadership Academy. And for the last 2 years, I've actually served on the College of Business and Leadership Student Advisory Council. This was something that actually the Marshall and Eisenhower administration worked on to get each college to have a advisory council, and the Business and Leadership was the first and only to actually enact that. So Cole and I are both on that council, and I serve as the chairperson of that council, and we're doing great things with that.
How did you two decide to run together anyway?
Well, I've known Cole since elementary school, and serving on SGA this year, we both had an interest in serving our student body, and Cole actually approached me and told me he wanted to run for student government vice president, but he didn't have anybody to run with. He hadn't found anybody at the time, and I was like, well, I'd be interested in running. So we talked about it for a couple of weeks, and then we decided, let's do it, let's run.
Cole, you want to tell me a little about yourself?
Okay, well, I am a fifth-year senior here at Fort Hays State University, a townie as well. I've been in Hays America all 23 years of my life, so I'm a graduate of Hays High, class of 2002. But I have completed the requirements for an undergraduate degree in computer information systems, and will be graduating here in May with that degree as well as a degree in accounting. And then I have been accepted into the graduate school here at Fort Hays for a Master's of Business Administration with an accounting specialization. So I'll be starting that program in the fall. So I've got another 2 years. I'm on the 7-year plan here. This year has been my first year on student government, and I have served as the Senate Affairs Chairman, currently serving as the Senate Affairs Chairman, and served as the Allocations Chairman this year. Also served as student government representative on the Mobile Teaching and Learning Committee, and an accounting and information systems representative on the College of Business Student Advisory Council.
Okay, well, maybe to give me a summary, why should we vote for you? Why should students vote for you, not for the other candidate?
I think all candidates running are fully qualified to do the job. I think with Cole and I, we are two individuals. What you see is what you get with us. We're very honest and very loyal to our university, and we have served our student body for the last 4 years, in my case 5, and Cole in different capacities, and we feel that this is one other way that we can further serve our student body. And I think our dedication just proves what we can give to the students. And as Cole said in our debate last week, that for the last 5 weeks we have ran our campaign with the utmost professionalism and integrity, and we promise to give the students an administration with the utmost professionalism and integrity.